I'm Luke from Luke's Brain Chunks, and you're watching The Binge Effect. Welcome back to the show the internet didn't know it needed. First off, yes, I have a lavalier microphone connected to a Spider-Man walkie-talkie. Why? I asked my 3-year-old, hey, what would you like me to clip my microphone to? And he said, the Spider-Man walkie-talkie. So here we are. For the newbies here, The Binge Effect is a show where we feature a creator and we dive into a video to find out why they're so bingeable. Why do people love them? This takes us to a segment we like to call Why Everybody Loves and we replace with the person's name. This week we're binging on Lizzie Peirce. You down with Lizzie P? Yeah, you know me. You down with Lizzie P? Yeah, you know me. Oh, that sounded so much cooler. I promise you that was way cooler up here than when it came out, and it just wasn't as cool. Do we keep it in the video? Yes, we do. All right, my hand's actually cramping holding the walkie-talkie, so we're gonna go just to holding the normal microphone now. Lizzie covers the gamut of creativity, and it's a great channel to follow and binge on because it's not just tutorials, but it's also short films and vlogging and traveling, and it's all with Lizzie's personality, which makes it a great and fun channel to follow, and you get great knowledge and information each and every video for free because it's on YouTube. Crazy. We're gonna dive right into it into one of her videos called Make Money as a Beginner Photographer. So let's check it out.
I'm actually in Scotland right now. I'm on a small island called Kerra, and it's a short ferry ride away from a town called Oban. We're hanging out with two guys that we met, two Scottish guys. They're really cool, named Connor and Jamie. They're two beginner photographers, and I was talking to them a little bit, and it got me thinking about when I was a beginner photographer, and when I really wanted to make that transition from, being a beginner and learning into making a little bit of money, or even making money as a beginner photographer.
When you watch a video on how-to, you're like, does this person actually know what they're talking about? And you already see how this first shot is framed, and you're like, wow, okay, they know what they're doing. Not only is she telling a story, she takes the time to visually tell the story, where she cuts to a shot of Jamie and Connor, puts the cool arrows, the swervy arrows, which I've always been a sap for that. If I'm on a website and there's a curvy arrow that points to buy here, I'm more likely to buy it. And the ding to it, it draws your attention, it catches you, which already goes above and beyond just the normal talking to a camera. Also, her presentation and talking skills already, talking to the camera, it's not like the news talk where they influctuate certain words over at the same time. She talks naturally, she's comfortable in front of the camera, obviously, and it just lures you in more as a viewer, going like, I want to know what you know, thanks for talking to me like a friend, and you're not talking down to me. Because there's the other part, and I feel like there's a segment of YouTube where it's like condescending 8-year-olds. They're like, okay guys, I'm going to tell you how to do this one more time, but then stop asking me these questions. She's embracing the viewer. She's like, I'm making this for you. This is how you're going to make money. Because I've done this worked, this is a proven fact. So already, Lizzie, you welcome us to the video, we believe you, we like how you're presenting it, let's continue.
There were a few things that I did when I was balancing my university career and working at a restaurant and trying to learn photography and videography all at the same time to make me a little bit of money on the side. So I wanted to share some of those tips with you today.
She then goes above and beyond. She's still talking to the camera, keeps you hooked. And why would you continue to listen to her? Because she is already relating to you. And she says she was attending university, she was working as a waitress, and then she was learning photography. So most people that are watching these videos aren't already freelance photographers. They didn't say, I want to become a photographer, quit their job, quit school, and become a photographer. You do it on the side. You learn how to hustle and grind until you get to where you want to be so you can quit your job. And she's already pulled us in with that and let us know that she understands what we're going through and that how you have to balance that. So that's huge.
And without further ado, here are some of the ways that you guys can make money even as a beginner.
Ooh-wee. This is slick. So first off, I'm a sucker for whatever the video title is. If you repeat what the video title is as you get into it, I love it. That's personal preference. If you're watching a movie and it's titled, I'm just a guy who kicks a can, and in the movie, the guy says, I'm just a guy that kicks a can, and he kicks it, I'm like, oh, that's where the title came from. That's why it's here. And especially on YouTube, if you're doing a tutorial or how-to, repeating that title from you saying it just makes it more real, and I feel it just sucks you in more. And then cut straight to amazing B-roll. Again, I'm not good at B-roll. It's one of those things that I thought I'd get better at. Nope, not so much. So I have a deep appreciation for epic B-roll. The B-roll is accomplishing two things here. One, it's showing you that she's in Scotland, so you get to see these sites that we normally don't see in B-roll fashion, which is amazing. But two, she knows what she's doing. So that keeps us wanting to watch, wanting to continue, and it's not one of those someone's just reading from an article. This is actually someone who knows what they're talking about, and they're doing it. Another thing I'm a sucker for, and I think we can take a lot as creators away from this, as you're explaining steps in how to do something, write it out on the screen. Let people see what you're talking about. Like, it just gives you another visual aspect to something people are talking about. And bonus points, because it's not just a and it appears, but it fades in and zooms in to the B-roll itself, and it's a beautiful picture. So already this is a tutorial that I could tell it's not just a tutorial, it's a work of art in how it's being presented to you. And already this shows time, knowledge, care, and passion. That's pretty sweet.
Okay, so I'm actually inside the castle right now, which is super cool, actually. Let's get to my first point, which is tell people what you do. Now, this is super important for beginners because you need to get comfortable telling people what you do. And I firsthand know how awkward it is to talk about yourself. I'm actually really bad at it, and it still kind of makes me uncomfortable, but you need to know what to say and you need to know the language to use. And for someone who's a beginner, this is great practice for when you become a pro later on, and then you'll have that pitch down like the back of your hand.
She followed up with the first step, how to talk to people, with her talking in another space, which is framed awesomely, and she's explaining why this is important with something so basic, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And then she says why it makes sense, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes even more sense. You aren't always able to sell yourself, if that makes sense, especially if you're one of those people like me where you fake it till you make it. You have to get confidence in how you're presenting yourself, what you're saying, and being comfortable talking to yourself. For those vloggers out there, you know what I'm talking about, where you're talking to the camera and you're like, I don't know, this is uncomfortable. How many times do you say Yeah, she's basically telling you the more you talk about what you do to people, the more comfortable you're gonna be. And you're not gonna say, I won't steal your money, I promise. We're gonna call a quick timeout. We're gonna jump to a generic commercial and we'll be right back with you. Behind every cute kitten, there's an evil soul. I mean, look how fidgety they are. They don't trust anyone. They don't do anything but wait for the perfect moment to strike. Have you ever walked into a room and they look at you like, did they hear us? Do you know what we were talking about? Quick, act natural. Behind every cute cat is an ugly cat, controlling all of their moves, preparing for world domination. Even puppies can sense their evil. Can't you? They have the power of mind control, so avoid their cuteness at all costs. Don't put up with their crap. Join the cause. Paid for by a dog. If you're interested in creating a generic commercial and having it featured on the show, we'd give you a shout out too. Follow me on Twitter @BrainChunks, upload your video to it or link to it, however you want to do it, and do hashtag generic commercials and tag me in it. I'd be happy to use it. Generic commercials are so much fun to make.
To give you guys an idea of what to say, I've jotted down a little pitch or one sentence or two sentences just to give you an idea of what this can sound like for you guys. I've been taking photos for some time now, and I'm eager to pursue this as a career, and I'm really excited about taking on some more projects that'll help me learn even more. So through that sentence, you're being honest about your skill level, you're new, you are learning, but you do have some gear and you have some skills that are valuable to somebody else.
Again, this shows the care and purpose behind this video. She's giving us what to say and how she said it. Like, so she's not only saying here's what to do, but she's saying here's a nicely wrapped gift that you can use with no strings attached. Like, it's not like she was like, click the link below, enter your email address, give me your credit card number, and I'll give you this list. She genuinely, like, it shows that she cares and genuinely wants to help you. Also, can we talk about the nice little graphic coming up and the animation behind it? Like, it's not just typing over it, which maybe it's just me. I get so annoyed when I have to add text boxes that pop up. Even for like the Twitter thing, I'm like, ugh. But when she has this animation, like, it again shows the TLC that she's putting into the video specifically for you watching that video. Whew.
No matter what it is, just get the experience, and the way you're gonna get the experience is by telling people what you do.
Real quick, I'm interrupting the actual clip I wanted to show, but she not only opened the segment with what you should do, but she again reiterates what you should do at the end and telling people what you do. It's a full story. A beginning, what you should do, middle, how you should do it, and the end, a reminder, what you're supposed to do. And then cut to B-roll again, and the B-roll is a great transition in this one because how many people see B-roll of Scotland? Like, I've seen a billion B-roll of New York and just cars and traffic lights. It's not every day you get a chance to see B-roll of the greenery of a foreign country. So this is a great opportunity to show off the B-roll and show that it's transitioning to something else. what are we transitioning to? Another step, which is the whole point of the video. It all comes together.
Okay, so now we're in Glasgow, and I know we literally went from Kerra, which is an island like close to Oban, to Glasgow really quickly for you guys, but basically we got really close to missing our ferry and had to book it there, and I didn't have time to shoot anything else. So we took a train into Glasgow today, and we're just exploring the city. So right after you tell someone what you do, tell them what kind of content would work best for them and what you can do with your skill level. So for that real estate agent, you could say something like, hey, well, have you thought of getting new headshots? And for the dance teacher, you could say something like, well, have you thought of making a promotional video? Because that's something that I could do.
Another thing in this video, it has a vlog type feel to this how-to tutorial, what I'd say. And so as a first time viewer, you're watching it getting like, okay, I'm getting the information I need, but also with the vlog type talking in it, like by her just saying like, hey, we almost missed our ferry, so we were booking, so we didn't get to film much, but that happens. Like, again, that for us as the everyday people, we get to relate to that. So as a first time viewer, you're learning a tutorial, you're also diving into the world of Lizzie Peirce, and you're like, I like this world. I'll watch more videos of this world. I'm not saying she's doing it on purpose. I'm saying she's really good at storytelling and really good at bringing her personality into the how-tos, where normally a how-to video is just like 1, 2, 3, 4, have a great day. And she also gives examples of what you can say to people when you're trying to pitch ideas to them. Again, she's leading by example. She's just not giving you a list. She's telling you how to accomplish that list. Check, check, check.
So talk about friendly people. Our friend Sinead, her uncle lives here, and he drives the coolest black taxi cab ever. Look how cool this car is. Pat's being super generous. He's giving us our own private tour of the city. Thanks, Pat.
Cheers, everybody.
Guys, is to join different Facebook groups in your community that are related to events or just photography and videography. You guys ask me all the time how you can get jobs while you're in school. This is a great way. There are tons of Facebook groups organized to find you guys not only jobs, but there are event groups that you can join in on, and they'll post often looking for photographers or videographers for certain events.
B-roll cut to the music beat. We haven't talked about that yet on the show. Like that sucks you in and you don't even realize it because it feels so nice. It just makes you feel good, you know what I mean? Not only that, she ups the vlogging feel if she's holding the camera, talking to it, so like we're fully immersed in the world of Lizzie Peirce. You down with Lizzie P? Yeah, you know me. Nope, I thought it'd be cool doing it again. Nope, so catchy though, so catchy. And then jumping to Pat in the taxi car, he's so happy and friendly, you cannot not smile in this.
Thanks, Pat.
Cheers, everybody.
Did you smile? I know you smiled when you watched it.
Okay, so fun fact, I'm actually in one of the locations that they used to shoot Harry Potter, which is pretty awesome. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is honorariums. So if you don't know what an honorarium is, it's basically a small sum of money awarded to someone who's providing a particular service. So an honorarium is something you can ask for when you're doing one of your first jobs ever.
Harry Potter, come to die. Little fact about me, I've only seen the last Harry Potter. It's a great word, honorarium. It makes you sound like you know what you're talking about, and it also doesn't sound as desperate for money. Whereas anytime I've asked for like, oh, well, whatever you find me worthy of, it gets tricky because then people are like, worthy of? Now I feel like you're setting me up to offend you by how much I pay you. No, honorarium takes care of itself.
So right after you
And from the top.
way to gauge how your photos perform against how your photos. Oh, I'm sorry, future Lizzie.
If you film yourself and edit yourself, you understand completely that. I don't know how to talk. That's the story of my life. So for you creators that want to up your game, definitely follow Lizzie Peirce. Check her out. Lizzie, thanks for letting us feature you. This was a fun time. If you want to give me a follow, @BrainChunks, feel free to subscribe. Click that little bell thing. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. If you know someone that would be great to be featured on the Binge Effect, let us know in the comments below. Tag us on Twitter. We are always looking for new creatives. We're always looking for creators and creatives to feature and talk about. Again, I'm Luke from Luke's Brain Chunks, and you just watched The Binge Effect.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you to Luke for having me. If you guys want to see a little bit more about what I make, head over to my channel. I do tutorials, short films, blogs, travel content, business tips, a little bit of everything. So head over there if you want to see some more, and thanks guys for watching.